Facebook and want a place to connect with people online. And for some people, that might be a third platform like Mighty Networks or something like that. But for others, LinkedIn groups are a good option. So Glenda says we have a long way to go to get it working as a community space. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. All right. And okay, Margot Derushi. Hi, Margot, who is a marketing specialist for Pennsylvania tourism and hospitality. I would really like to be going on holiday. And I think I have been in Pennsylvania. Actually, Margot, I don't know if I told you that. We traveled from New Jersey to Michigan and we went through Pennsylvania many, many moons ago. I think I was quite young at the time. I was definitely a teenager. Anyway, so I don't remember much about Pennsylvania. I apologize. So I'll have to come back, Margot. But she says she would definitely appreciate LinkedIn groups for a business community, but currently feels they have a lot to be desired. We have to be notified when someone makes a post or replies to a comment so that everyone in the group is aware and can interact and engage with one another. Now, I have to say that's actually true as well of Facebook groups, because a lot of us are in way, way too many Facebook groups. And I definitely don't go in to most of those. And I'm not getting notified. Well, I might be getting notified in my notifications, but I ignore them. So this is a hard nut to crack, even for the software companies, because where do you fall? People are fed up with too many Facebook groups that they're in. Yet Facebook groups are the places where most entrepreneurs are spending their time on Facebook. But we don't want to be in too many groups. But when we go to LinkedIn, we're complaining that we're not seeing anything from the groups. So we need to meet somewhere in the middle. We need to meet somewhere in the middle. So I like Margot's point of view. She's saying the group is about community, which can turn into networking and advice as well. Yes, I like that a lot. Ali Geek says, Ali helps business leaders transform their culture for our flexible working world. Nice headline, Ali. And Ali says, oh, I have lost Ali's comment. But Ali would like to have more activity inside LinkedIn groups as well. I think everyone's kind of agreeing in the conversations that we were having here. Well, that's not true, because I did have some disgruntled people who just were very negative about groups, which is, I asked the question. But Ali says she would like to be in a community of like-minded business owners, which is distinctly different from Facebook. But at the minute she feels she can't leave Facebook as she hasn't gotten the equivalent. Okay. She uses Facebook for friends and family, but doesn't want to do business there. Exactly. People go to Facebook for friends, family, community. People go to LinkedIn for business. And she would really like to be commenting or joining a good business community over on LinkedIn. I have a group called Linking In with Louise that is around this podcast, and I want to make it a good community for all of you listening. So come and join, and let's figure out how to get the group. It is active because people are posting in there. It's not as active as you would see inside a Facebook group, but let's work on it. Okay, Hannah McDonnell, thank you for commenting as well, is a marketing professional. And she said, this is so interesting. And I wonder if you listening to this podcast, will you be like this too? She said she uses LinkedIn groups for advice, but now she's changed her mind. She says, I like the thought of joining a group that evolves into a community. And when you have a community, advice comes naturally because you bond with the other people. And when that happens, it brings referrals and opportunities without being something that you have to turn up to, and you have to, bring to referrals, and you have to share, the people in the group to other people, etc., etc. I like the more organic approach as well, Hannah, and that's what I would like to really build. So I think if you're listening, you're probably getting, how I feel about groups is that I am optimistic about them. I want to see them grow. I like the fact that you can really connect with people in the group. I like the fact that you can message somebody else in the group who is not one of your network and bond over the shared interest of the group. I am in 4 groups on LinkedIn that I find valuable. 2 are my own. When I say I find them valuable, I like being a resource to the members of my groups. So one is for my paying clients. The other one is for people who are not paying clients, but want to come in and ask questions about LinkedIn in a place, I suppose, where they're a safe place that you can ask questions, because you know the kind of people that I attract to the podcast and to my network are not going to be rude, or they're not going to put you down. They're going to be as supportive as they can, basically. The pay group for my paying clients, as I mentioned. And then I am in one for run by Damien Corbett, who's a super guy. He runs a group that is for social CEOs. So CEOs who want to use social media and want to encourage social media. And I'm also in one that is run by staff from LinkedIn. So that's a great resource for me. And it's actually the other members of the group who are the best resource, which is what it's supposed to be about. So I can go to that group, and I know the people in that group are as interested in making LinkedIn work for business as I am. So we have mutual interests. We have something we connect over. I feel comfortable asking questions in there and answering other people's questions. And that's what a business network should be about. So I'd love to hear from you if you run a group. If you have groups that you recommend, come and let me know over on LinkedIn. And let's hope that we see more coming for LinkedIn groups. I think there's definitely people out there who want them, and there's a need for it within the business community online. So let's see where 2021 takes us with LinkedIn groups. So thank you for tuning in to the podcast today. Always a delight to be able to have people contact me who listen to the podcast. If you have not already, I'd love you to leave a rating or review over on Apple Podcasts so that more people can get in touch and hear about the podcast. And also, if you haven't yet, go over and check my YouTube channel out. I've got loads of free mini videos, training videos to help you with your LinkedIn. It's youtube.com/social BEENI. And I look forward to speaking to you next week.